Hello there! Okay, today we show how to incorporate footwork with the Hubud drill. And we do this first of all with the slap entry drill against the straight punch. So right foot forward, please. And what we do is this step and slide, step and slide, step. And to first show it in the profile how it looks sideways, please come slowly. She does a step forward and a punch. And I do a step backward, slap, undercut. Control, I come. She does the same. She comes again, half a step back. And so forth. Now, this in itself doesn't look too exciting unless you start to realize what's actually going on. So, the point is, first of all, we want to generally get our hand in coordination with what we do with our feet. As for the stance to apply, look up the video that I made on the stance. And now, the question is, when do I actually start the action? We must realize that the Hubud takes place in a range between outside range and boxing range and actual sticking range. Hubud is exactly happening in that realm where we sometimes tie and sometimes untie. Hubud means to tie and untie. So it is closer than boxing, but a little bit more distance than pushing hands or chisao. It's just in between. So the trigger is partly visual and partly pressure. When I see her move at all, that triggers my response to go forward. Always this shape going forward. If I see her move and won't do anything, then I just hit her. Or she blocks me. If, however, she is stronger than me, now she is contacted and pushes me backward. And that is what this drill is about. I see her move and react. Stop. And this is the moment of contact. Now, when I'm stronger than her, I can do the stuff like here. Now imagine she is stronger than I am, and I can't. Then I just hold up my structure, and she is pushing me backward. So, what triggers my step is her pressure. What triggers my response is that I see her move at all. Sometimes she moves. Of course, I already go back for the sake of the drill, but actually what I don't move. You see, I just see her and it is always the same response that I have. Those of you who are familiar with the rise drill, fall, overturn, rise drill, overturn, fall, I beg your pardon, will know the motion. It is a very streamlined version thereof, but it is always the same reaction. To the head, to the center, or to the lower body, always that reaction. She moves. And I do that. Now I feel her pressure, now she is pushing me back. And now I'm doing the rest of the drill. She responds. And I wait until I feel her pressure. I leave the hand here. And only when her pressure meets me, she is pushing me back. That way, I slowly learn to react to pressure. See, she doesn't give me pressure, so I don't actually move. Now she's giving me the pressure, now I'm going back. Of course now the footwork isn't quite right, but she interrupted the rhythm, so I had to adopt the footwork. But for the sake of the drill, it is first of all rather simple. And the rest of the drill should be known by now. Now this is a double drill. Let us assume it does go the other way around. And I'm going forward. I'm pressing her back. Now, so I am stronger than she is, so it is not difficult to imagine that. So I go forward. She goes back with my pressure, does the rest of the drill. Yes. Punch. And punches me. Now, what I do is again, I go forward here, and it is her pressure that turns me. So, when I'm going backward, my one arm reacts to her pressure, puts me in a backward step. When I'm going forward, and now she punches. Now here we make contact. Again, when I'm really stronger than her, I may be able to just crush in. If she is stronger and I maintain my posture, press, she naturally turns me. And now I'm going in for the rest of the drill. Again, she now feels my pressure and does the next back stab. I feel her pressure and then turn. So, this is a connection again between the Filipino lines of combat and the internal martial arts of China, where they say feet and hands move together, knees and elbows move together, and hips and shoulders move together. This is exactly translated here. When her pressure comes in, now my hand and this foot, press, move together. And the same way is true if she comes here and gives pressure, yes? Shoulder and hip move together. My arm doesn't actually change its shape. And now we are of course very close in, and grappling skills or other stuff might come in. For the sake of the drill, we do this with a little bit more distance, because this is also there to learn that we just stand there and there is a surprise attack. You see, she does the step back, and now if I really press into her, this is what the drill ultimately will give her, the ability to do this with a step and with a turn of the body. So don't be fooled into thinking that this is only stepping back upon pressure. This is also, on the other hand, leave that foot forward, turning. So we have right foot forward, right foot forward. She punches right, I catch left, and I'm pressed backward. Again, the weather is very bad, so we are filming inside. That's why we don't have a lot of space, but I think the principle becomes clear. Now, the same footage, and I'm going forward. You are going back, yes. And see, her pressure meets me here, and if she presses me, it looks as if I'm turning her. But as a matter of fact, more or less she is turning me and turning herself and presenting herself in this neat way. Now when I come back, she goes, perhaps even with another compensatory step. Now that would be another drill. Yes, and punch. So again, right foot forward. So what we have is, make a right foot step forward. Exactly. So we start this drill by right foot, just this. She contacts me and I step back. We go to here so that you see it a few times in. Again, it's this. And you see, sometimes I slip away, that doesn't matter, I still maintain my structure, and she still just drives me back. The main point is to be driven back without collapsing my structure. And to stick. Because, of course, I could also just come again, do this, and I'm away. The good news is, I wasn't get hit. The bad news is, I'm in the same position as I was before, only now the guy is madder. So, it's better when I allow her to drive me back just as little as necessary. And should we ever be driven in an object, that is something else, we should have the impulse to explode forward and just fight, because once the guy puts us to a wall, that's no good. But that's for another video. So, that is the first thing we learn, also to get the rhythm. Attack. That's what would happen if I didn't do anything. Go back, attack. So just slap and allow her to be pushed back, not collapsing. By the way, there is something in Tai Chi that is called folding, where I am folding in and come closer. But folding is something that I do, compared to collapsing, that is something she does to me. So if she collapses me, as everybody can see, that's no good. So the first thing is step and just be driven back and keeping the structure. Once we have done that, Then it's a simple thing to insert what we have learned about the punch drill. And now it is her turn. Now we stay as we stay, right foot forward. I punch with the right hand. And now she maintains her structure. And that doesn't allow my pressure to collapse her, but instead to turn her. She may need to take a step because she is weaker than I am, but she maintains the structure. So, as you see now, I'm in a very weak position, and she could do all kind of nasty stuff to me. So her part of the drill when she moves forward is to be turned by me and push me. I'm not sure if now the ceiling is too low, we cannot film this from above. That is I'm very sorry for this. We are filming under severe, strict, limited circumstances, although I do have a camera person, the weather is too bad to film outside. Also my wife and me have got a cold, so there is no way we could do this outside where we would have proper place. So I apologize again for the limited space. And of course you can do this with all the variations of Hubud. Give me a hammer. You can do this with a step, please. Okay. You can do this also with this step. And again, right foot forward. When she hits me, and imagine she is stronger than I am, then I cannot hold this. So I can either roll under it, or if she comes a little bit straighter, then I press. To me, you don't want to hit the camera person, you want to hit me, right? Then you press. Then I'm taking the step back. Okay, if things change, always the hammer, please. Thank you. So I can have this, and she has the same exercise in allowing to turn and roll under what I'm doing when she's going forward. And when we are changing roles and I'm going forward, she's going back. And see, now I have on the forward move the ability to roll under her strike, press her forward, roll under her, press her forward. And the whole thing is to be coordinated with the feet. Now, the first thing we have to realize is that when we do this on the receiving side, let's say, I know we have always been right foot forward, so let's remain that way. Well, first thing that I actually do is step back, slap, undercut, control, pin, punch, slap, step, slap, step, slap, step. So the first thing we need to get right is the rhythm, because if we don't get that rhythm, then we are stumbling over our own feet. I have seen people learning this, do this, slap, stumble. So the first thing is we need to have this in place. You remember the last video I made with Fabian, where we were at the one arm Hubud, where we just had this pressure drill. That is where this comes in handy. Because if I now give her pressure, she can turn or just do the step and allow me to drive her back without actually collapsing her. And now she has me where she wants me, because now I'm completely opened up and she could bang me. Ouch, exactly. And so this video with Fabian, the one-armed Hubud, where we had a pressure drill, works right into this. And once we have that done, this slap and step is one thing, undercut, pin, control, punch, slap and step. Then we do the slap, step, undercut. So then we have three motions that come in one count. Slap and cut, whereas the slap is leading and the cut is a little bit afterward. Slap, cut, and then we have that together with a step. Slap, cut, step. Slap, cut, step. From the side, first slap and step, then we have slap, cut, step. Slap, cut, step. Pin, punch. Slap, cut, step. Pin, punch. Slap, cut, step. Pin, punch. So it's a 2-count movement once we get it done. Once we have the rhythm and the shell going, then we focus just on the pressure. I already showed. Please give me a hammer again, like before. Again. Follow? Yes. Then we can do this with all the Hubuds. The other direction. Uppercut? No. Yes. And this starts to become more interesting when we think about knife defense, because probably a knifer is going to get forward. And while this all looks, the other direction, looks awfully close, that is, see, she got me. Because I was talking and wasn't paying attention. So note, this is a visual and tactile drill, because we are exactly in the distance between no contact and full sticky contact. And the fact that she just got me, if this would have been a knife, no more videos. So, if this is nothing else, it is a drill for attention. Okay, and we could also do this with the weight entry on the low line, please. Again, low, no. What? Yes, this. Yes, thank you. You see, now I'm using the wedge entry. And this is, like I said, to get the arms and the feet together and to learn how to read pressure when we are not in constant contact. That being said, that was, I think, the main body of the video. Let me know what you think. I will shortly show something else about the split entry. Give me? Yes. Now, everybody knows what the split entry is. You saw it from the side. Let's see it from here. Let's see it from here. Let's see it from here. Okay, so that's what I mean. Let's do the rest of the demonstration from here. Come. Now this would be a split entry. Even if she is a boxer, has a boxer stance, with a split entry I have a good chance to get in. The area that I want to attack is not specific. Most split entries these days are shown with boxing or MMA gloves attacking the head and the face, which tactically and legally is not the most intelligent thing to do. And when I speak legal, I mean jurisdiction, police, court system, not ring legal. So what I suggest is we attack the collarbone, the side of the neck and the head. So this is the target area for the split entry. Now if she comes, this will probably break a collarbone. If that is true, I'm fighting a one-armed man. Every benefit for me. If it doesn't, I can collapse here with my whole body weight dragging her down. And if I do this really fast, I won't do that because I love my wife. This would put severe strain on the elbow and slam her down. If I do it slow, I still can prove with the elbow here that even if she doesn't slam down, if she isn't slammed down, I can do things. And the other thing we can do from here is wrap around the head and go into a puta capara and stuff. So, this is just the bonus at the end of the video. The split entry allows for a lot of uses. Probably this in the streets is a five-hander. You can go into a clinch position, not tearing on the neck, use the head. You can go for a dumok, just dropping down, or you could even go for a breaking motion. I have seen several arms in the UFC cages broken with this motion. So this is good enough for the UFC, and from personal experience I can tell you it's also good enough for the street. Or from the split entry, and if you do, punch drill. It's very easy to learn to insert a split entry every now and then. And how to insert techniques in the drills will be what we are doing in the future. And because now we have steps, we have all the major drills for level 1. We have the importance of adherence and pressure. We have steps, pressure, the drills. So now the question is 2 things. As I said, so far we have always done it very wide arced, very tappy, very nicely. So now what we do is make the radius smaller so that it becomes more realistic. See, we can do it with smaller radiuses and enhance the pressure, give more pressure. You see, my wife isn't bad at it. In fact, she likes that kind of stuff. And you see that suddenly the drills change. And you see what she had here. If she really didn't like me, she could do a lot of havoc on me. So, how to insert all that from the drill will come in the future. This is the one thing, how to make the circles smaller, make pressure bigger, and like I said, insert stuff. My favorite is the split entry, because you can do so much from here. Like I said, probably just crushing the blade of my forearm on the collarbone will end the fight. If it doesn't, I could also wrap the head and become very nasty just with my knees. So, a lot of stuff going. And this arm, although I didn't even trap it, what good is that arm going to do her? She can trap my arm here. Okay, big surprise. I still got this, a lot of stuff going on. This will happen in the future. Okay, I think that was enough babbling for today. I thank you for watching. Thank my wife for performing with me and bearing with me. And thank my daughter for being behind the camera. Thank you.